Sapphire and Therah were more than siblings. They were fairy guardians, their lives intertwined by ancient magic. Bound by duty and love, they protected the balance of the realms. Their latest charge, Princess Uisa of the Avian Dragons.
Uisa, with her sapphire scales and wings of spun gold, was heir to a kingdom under siege. The Centurions, a rogue dragon faction, craved dominion over all realms. Their leader, a powerful, cunning and ruthless man, known as the Centurion of Balance, sought to twist the scales of fate in his favor.
Sapphire and Therah had pledged to keep Uisa safe. They trained her in secret, honing her innate power and teaching her in the sage arts of her people, as well as teaching her the ways of diplomacy. Little did they know their loyalty would soon be tested in the fires of betrayal. The attack came without warning. A storm of leathery wings and fiery breath engulfed the avian palace. Centurions, their scales like iron and eyes burning with avarice, tore through the defences.
Sapphire and I fought side by side, our magic a symphony of light against the encroaching darkness.
Sapphire, swift and agile, cut through the Centurions with blades of solidified moonlight. Therah, a master of illusions, disoriented their ranks with phantom dragons and blinding flashes. But the Centurions were relentless. They overwhelmed the defenders with sheer ferocity.
Sapphire, help! They're closing in on me.
Amidst the chaos, Sapphire saw a squad of Centurions closing in on Uisa. She was cornered, her sage magic sputtering with fear. Without hesitation, Sapphire lunged, interposing himself between the princess and certain death. The Centurion of Balance unleashed their fury. Therah, eyes blazing with grief and fury, fought her way to Sapphire's side. He lay broken, his life force ebbing away. Uisa clung to him, tears tracing paths through the soot on her face. There was nothing Therah could do. Sapphire was gone. Desperate, Therah fled with Uisa, the roars of the victorious Centurions echoing behind them.
We must seek the aid of the Queen. She is our only hope.
She took the princess to the hidden heart of the fairy realm, seeking the aid of their queen. The queen, a being of immense power and ancient wisdom, listened to Therah's tale with a somber heart.
Rejuvenation, the Queen declared, was the only way. It was a powerful magic held only by those of royal blood, fraught with risk, but it could restore Sapphire to life. The price, his memories, his very essence, would be reverted to that of an infant.
Therah clung to this sliver of hope. Sapphire was reborn as a fragile infant, his eyes wide and innocent. The memories of their bond, their shared past, were gone. Therah was left with the daunting task of raising not only her brother, but also the princess she had sworn to protect. Resentment gnawed at Therah's heart.
Uisa, once a symbol of hope, now represents my loss. I see Sapphire's sacrifice every time I look at her.
The weight of her responsibilities felt crushing. Sapphire, oblivious to the turmoil around him, was a playful child, full of laughter and mischief. His presence, a stark contrast to Therah's grief, only served to deepen her internal conflict.
I love him, yet I can't help but resent the burden he represents.
Therah, her face etched with weariness, tended to an infant Sapphire, while Uisa, now a young girl, practiced her fire magic in the background. Therah's heart pounded with urgency as whispers of the Centurion's new decree reached her ears. The Centurion of Balance, sensing the princess's burgeoning power, had ordered every territory to be scoured. The princess's discovery would mean a public execution for her and her protectors. In a desperate bid to shield Uisa and Sapphire, Therah made a fateful decision. She would seek out the fabled SkyClan Coven, a sanctuary of ancient magic and wisdom. Therah, cloaked in shadows, navigated through dense forests and treacherous mountains. The journey was perilous, but her resolve was unyielding. Each step she took was fueled by determination to protect those she loved. Upon reaching the hidden enclave, Therah was met by the enigmatic members of the SkyClan. Their leader, a powerful high priestess named Davina, with eyes that seemed to pierce through time itself, stepped forward. "We have been expecting you, Therah," she said, her voice a blend of power and serenity. Therah bowed her head, her voice trembling with a mix of hope and desperation. "Please, we need your help." The Centurion's forces are closing in. Oiza's power is growing, and I fear for her life. The elder nodded, her gaze softening. The Sky Clan will protect the princess and guide her in harnessing her powers. But you must be prepared, Therah. The path ahead will be fraught with trials, and sacrifices will be inevitable. As the Sky Clan began their ancient rituals, enveloping Oiza and Sapphire in a protective aura, Therah felt a glimmer of hope. She knew the road ahead was uncertain, but with the Sky Clan's aid, there was a chance to thwart the Centurion's ruthless plans and secure a future for the princess. The weight of her burdens felt momentarily lighter, and for the first time in what felt like an eternity, Therah allowed herself to believe in the possibility of salvation. But deep within, she knew this was only the beginning of a new chapter in their perilous journey. The final battle ensues as the Centurion of Order and his armies surround the Sky Clan lands. The air is thick with tension, and the fate of the realm hangs in the balance. The Sky Clan warriors, led by Therah, prepare for the ultimate confrontation. The clash of swords and the roar of battle echo through the skies as both sides fight for their beliefs. Will balance be restored, or will chaos reign supreme? As dawn breaks, the first wave of Centurion soldiers charges forward, their war cries piercing the morning silence. The Sky Clan, with High Priestess Davina at the helm, stands firm, their resolve unshaken. High Priestess Davina casts a protective spell over the warriors, her ancient incantations weaving a shield of light around them. In the midst of the chaos, Therah fights valiantly, her every move driven by the need to protect Oiza. The young princess, now harnessing the power bestowed upon her by the Sky Clan, stands in front of Sapphire, her eyes burning with determination. She raises her hands, and a surge of energy erupts from her, pushing back the enemy forces. The Centurion of Order, a towering figure clad in dark armor, steps forward, his eyes locked on Oiza.
"You cannot escape your fate, child," he declares, his voice booming across the battlefield. Wiser, with newfound confidence, replies, "I will not let you destroy everything we hold dear."
The battle rages on, each side giving their all. The Sky Clan warriors, though outnumbered, fight with unmatched ferocity, their loyalty to Oiza and their homeland fueling their strength. Sapphire, now aged up to a teenager by the sacred power of the Sky Clan Coven, and Therah, side by side, cut through the enemy ranks, their bond unbreakable. In a climactic moment, Oiza and the Centurion of Order face off. The air crackles with energy as their powers collide, a blinding light engulfing them. The ground trembles, and for a moment time seems to stand still. When the light fades, the Centurion lies defeated, his armies retreating in disarray. Exhausted but victorious, the Sky Clan rejoices. Oiza, with Sapphire and Therah by her side, stands tall. The realm is safe for now, but the scars of battle remain. As the sun sets, casting a golden glow over the battlefield, the survivors vow to rebuild and protect the fragile peace they have fought so hard to achieve. The journey is not over, but with unity and courage, they have proven that hope can triumph over despair, and that even in the darkest of times, the light of the Sky Clan will shine on.